How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing, man? It is your boy West Coast. We are live in the building. I got the West Texas Cowboy Report live in the building with me. I got my boy DC4L Ken, part of the West Texas Cowboy Report podcast. You know what I'm saying? One of the coolest podcasts in West Texas. I think they got the championship ring out there. You know what I'm saying? In the great state of Texas. But the west part, not the east, but the west. You know what I'm saying? But hey, fellas, hey, let me know if you guys can hear me over there, man. Let me know how good you guys sound. Hey, these guys are gonna say their names real quick. As they say their names, I need somebody to give me an AV check. That's an audio visual. Let me know in the comment box how we sound, how we look. Yeah, I mean, tell me how we sound and how we look real quick. You guys already know what it is. Let me know in the comment box. What's up with you, Mike? What's up with you, man?
Mike on the mic. Mike on the mic.
I heard that, man. Introduce yourself. Tell them know where you at. Let them know where you don't let them know where you live, but let them know everything else. What's up with you, Angel?
Check. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, Ken. Hey, Ken, let them know where you at, man. Let them say something real quick so we can get an audio check real quick.
Yo, what's up, Ken? Coming from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Hey, don't the Cowboys play up there this year?
Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Hey, that's gonna be lit, man. That's gonna be lit. Hey, it's a beautiful feeling when the Cowboys come to your city, man. They gotta win them games, bro. It's like you can lose. I ain't gonna say they can lose, but you can lose every other game. But when you come to California, you better win. Hey, you can lose every game, but if you go to Houston, you better win, man.
No doubt.
Hey, what's up with you, Thomas Smith? Let me know, man. Let me know how we sound. What's up with you, Ralph? Appreciate you, Ralph, tapping in. Appreciate you, Ralph, for tapping in. Who else we got up in here? We got D Nice. What's up with you, my boy D Nice? What jersey is that, D Nice? Let me know what jersey that is you got down there. I think it's a Texas A&M jersey right there. Let me. Oh yeah, that's you guys are Texas Tech fans, but Texas A&M. What's up with you, D Nice? Ralph, what's up with you, Ralph? Let me know. I know Ralph says I sound good. Okay, that's what go. What's up with you, Thomas Smith? Appreciate you, sir, for sliding up in here. Appreciate you for coming up in here. OG Darren, what's up with you, sir? Thank you for sliding in too as well. All right, so let's go. Hey, make sure you guys say what's up. Echoing except for West Coast. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Ken, say something real quick. Let them see if you can still echo and just say your ABCs or something.
Yeah. I'm echoing my end.
You echoing?
Yeah.
All right, Thomas Smith says sounds good. Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
I can hear. Can y'all hit? Let me know if you can hear them.
It's echo. Just have to.
It's like if you Thomas Smith said, "Hey, let me know if Ken is echoing up there."
Yo. Mic check.
All right, he says you're echoing. We'll have to figure it out, man. My boy D Nice said it's Aggies till he die. I heard that, man. I'm a USC fan. So I mean, I'm a USC fan and Arkansas Razorback fan. So I got two teams. Why? Because I'm from two places. You know what I'm saying? Arkansas Razorback for the fam bam. Gotta show love for the fam bam. And then I got them our USC Trojans because this is where I've been. This is where I grew up. So I grew up out here. So you know what I'm saying? So I like both teams. As long as they ain't paying each other, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Who's echoing? Let me know who's echoing. Is West Coast echoing?
Nah, you good, bro.
I'm good. You heard me on the actual show. I'm not echoing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. God dang it. Hey, let me know. Everybody, let me know in the comment box how your day was today, though. And I don't want to hear good. That's what my kids tell me. I'm not. Unfortunately, guys, that is not me. All right, so Thomas Smith, let me know how your day went, and then also let me know what's your favorite college team. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when y'all be wanting us to draft, it be based on who your favorite college team is. You know what I'm saying? You be wanting us to draft all the USC Trojans because they all gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll want us to draft all the Virginia Tech fans because all the Virginia Tech players because you know what I'm saying? So I need to know in the comment box real quick and smoothly. Who is your favorite? Who is the team you root for in college? So when the draft come, we'll kind of know what angle you taking. All right, let's put it in the comment box. Okay, we got a Longhorns. TC Real NFL Talk says it's Ken. Ken, they snitching on you, man. They snitching. They Takashi 6ix9ine on you right now, man. They said it's Ken. It's that dude Ken, man. It's that dude Ken.
I'm echoing.
They pointing in everything, bro. They pointing in everything. But hey, this is what you do though. Try muting your microphone when you're not talking. See if we can just get through this show. If we can get through this show, then we rock and roll and we'll figure it out another day. You know what I'm saying? You're not echoing now, huh? All right, y'all sound great in Texas, Longhorns, West Coast. I heard that, man. Well, hey, man, let's go ahead and jump. Hey, let's go ahead and do what we do, man. Listen to me. Whenever West Coast goes live, there's a couple things I need you guys to do. First thing I need you guys to do is hit that share button. I need everybody right now, no matter where you are, to hit that share button. Share the content. Share the content. Share the contents to Noble. Share it, man. Share it. What's up with you, Thomas Smith? Appreciate you. GSF, appreciate you, my guy out there sharing on YouTube. Brandy F17 Abel, what's up with you? I'm a Longhorn fan and alumni. I heard that. What's up with you, Chuck? Hey, give me a share on YouTube, please. If you want to support the podcast, it's right there. There goes my Zelle. You can hit it. You can send a couple bucks on there. I will give you a shout out. Just let me know you hit that Zelle button, and I will be giving you a shout out. Appreciate you very much. Chucky Richards, what's up with you, Chuck? Can I get a buck, Chuck? He says, well, if you support your home Trojans, why don't you support your home Chargers or Ram? Chucky, I love you, but that's the dumbest questions I've ever heard in my life. At least dumbest questions I heard today. You want to know why? Because I'm a motherfucking Cowboy fan. That's why, God dang it. Yeah, hell you mean, Chucky? Why you gonna disrespect me like that, man? Like look, you don't see what I got up here, man? You don't knock it off, bro. Nobody give a damn. The Rams is not the home team. The Rams just came back from St. Louis, man. Come on now, man. They up and go everywhere they want to go, man. I'm a Cowboy fan through and through. Why do I support the Cowboy fan? Because when I came out the womb, my mama looked at me. She said she loved me and you will be a star one day. You know what I mean? That's what she told me, and I've been shining ever since. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, what you talking about why we don't support the home team? Nobody give a damn about no goddamn Chargers or Rams. You don't slap thine self be true. Nah, you my boy, Chucky. You just kind of slipped. Your insulin a little low on that one. Ryan, what's up with you, Ryan? He said, what's up? What's good with you, West Coast? What's good with you, my guy? What's up with you, my guy? Appreciate you for sharing. Appreciate you for hitting that share button over there. Appreciate you for tapping in, my boy. Appreciate you. Ryan, let me know what's your team. And Chucky, you know I'm just playing with you, but your insulin is a little low, man. I'm just saying you need to get that checked. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nobody supporting no goddamn Chargers. The Chargers don't even support the Chargers, but they play in somebody else's stadium. They like the Clippers of the NFL. He says, why you have no ties to Texas? Stop being a sellout. Chucky, see, we don't sit your dumb ass down somewhere. You just use my one cuss word for the week, man. If you don't knock it off, there's a reason why America is called why the Cowboys are called America's team. You want to know why? Because America is everywhere. Ain't being no sellout. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. People talking about you got to support a team because you stay there. But what if your mama moved you there? What if your mama lived in the South where the Cowboys was the only team that came on TV, and then to help her family get a better life, she said, you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to move to Southern California where jobs are better. And then she moved you here when you were 7. So am I supposed to just quit on my team and just go be a Rams fan? And then the Rams left and went to St. Louis. I'm supposed to just stop, not be nobody's fan for a couple years because I don't live in San Diego. And that's where the Chargers live. That's 2.5 hours away from me. So I'm just saying, was I not supposed to watch football for until the Rams came back? Or was I supposed to be a loyal fan and support my team wherever I go? That's what I'm supposed to be like. You know what I mean? Y'all don't even support your local high school, and you asking me, boy, I don't support my local NFL team. If you don't knock it off, who's the starting quarterback of your high school right now? Right now. Talk about support. Yeah, you don't get off the gas. Donna, what's up with you? I'm in Jersey, girl, and I'm a Cowboy fan. World go. I heard that. Hey, salute to, listen to me. It's more real Cowboy fans outside of Texas than there are Cowboy fans in Texas. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't give a damn who I pissed off. I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. That's what my daddy said. Ryan, he says, Ken, hey, Texas, let me hear something real quick. Let me hear if you
Check.
you sound good on my side. If you got a little echo, then we had to deal with it for a couple minutes. It's all good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Check.
Roscoe, what's up with you, Roscoe? Sharon, appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, yo, man, let's go ahead and get into some stuff of what we gonna come here to talk about for a couple minutes. As you guys, as everybody knows, JSN, the All Pro wide receiver from the Seattle Seahawks, got the BAG today. He got the BAG. He got that stupid bag today. And a lot of people been asking, you know, how is this going to affect George Pickens, or will this affect George Pickens, or because of this, does George Pickens get paid now? You know what I'm saying? So I want to kind of talk about that for a little bit. I want to kind of talk about that for a little bit and kind of understand what exactly happened with JSN today. But if you did hear it already, let me know in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. Let's go ahead and look at it real quick. All right, bam. So here we go. So, Seattle Seahawks signed Jackson Smith-Njigba to a 4-year, $168 million contract extension on March 23rd, which is today. That makes him the highest average paid, that's average per year, wide receiver in NFL history as of today. The 24-year-old is now under contract for at least 6 years. Now, remember, he signed a 4-year deal, but as you can see right here, they have the 24-year-old under contract for 6 years for $195 million through 2023. Now, a lot of people were like, damn, how did he sign a 4-year deal, but they got him under contract for the next 6 years? That's a good question. Thank you for asking that question. That's a really good question. The reason why that happened is because the Seattle Seahawks, they were smart about this. And what they did is they did something that most teams do. They extend your contract versus giving you a whole new contract. And that's how you're supposed to do it. Whenever you get a guy like this, you're always supposed to extend it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if the Dallas Cowboys would have did this with Dak Prescott's first contract, he probably wouldn't be making $60 million right now. But a lot of guaranteed. Now, the reason why it happened like this, for them is because I always tell people the difference between an extension and the difference between a actual brand new contract is this. When you get an extension, that's the equivalent of taking a person's hair who already has hair to about with they say someone has hair to about right here to their ears. When you give them extensions, you're adding hair on to what they already have on their head. The Dallas Cowboys, what they did is they allowed all the hair to fall out. Then they want to put a whole new wig on your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole new starting and a whole new ending. Whereas with an extension, you are actually just extending on to what they currently have on their contract. And what he currently had on his contract right now is he had this year, on his rookie deal, he had this year's contract. And he had this year on the contract. And then he also had next year, which is the 5th-year option. Now, remember, if you've been following the news, you know that the Seattle Seahawks actually exercised the 5th-year option. They exercised the 5th-year option last week. So they actually put it in the news that they were actually going to be exercising his 5th-year option. So what happens is this 4-year deal for $168 million, even though he got some guaranteed money today, he got some signing bonus money today, this contract does not actually start for 2 years from now. So when it's all said and done, he's actually going to, when it all said and done, the way a team is going to look at it is they're going to look at it as they gave him a 6-year deal for $195 million, which keeps him under contract, contract for the next 6 years. And now he's only going to be theoretically, if you take 6 and divide it by 195, it comes up to like $33 million a year. Now, $33 million a year is right now what he's going to be making around each year. And if you think about that, that's still way lower than the top receivers are getting paid. So, over those, and then think about this, in 2-3 years, he won't even be looked at as the top paid wide receiver in football. He'll just be looked at as probably like a top 5, top 10 guy, because you still got Puka Nacua that's coming down the line. that's going to get a huge contract. You know what I'm saying? So you still have some other guys that are still in line. So, you know, is this something that you would like the Dallas Cowboys to do? Yes, this is something I would have liked the Cowboys to do with George Pickens. But guess what? In order for them to do this with George Pickens, two things would have had to have happened. One, he would have had to have been a first round pick, which he was not. George Pickens was a second round pick. So he didn't have a fifth year option. But the Dallas Cowboys could have extended him last year on the last year of his rookie deal, of his second round deal, which the Cowboys chose not to do. They chose not to do. Why? Because they like to exercise the franchise tag, and they like to not necessarily. The Cowboys do it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Now, is this beneficial the way the Cowboys do it? I don't know. I don't believe so, because at the end of the day, JSN is extremely happy today. And guess what? When after the draft, when they have mini camps, he gonna be there at mini camp, happy than a bug in a rug. But guess what? A guy like George Pickens, who knows? Because that salary cap is only $27 million this year. Now, a lot of people are saying, how is this contract gonna affect? How is this contract gonna affect George Pickens? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I don't know. I don't really think it's gonna affect George Pickens too much. Why? Because $27 million is a long way from $42 million. You know what I'm saying? And if the Dallas Cowboys are okay with giving you $27 million right now, I think that the delta between 27 and 42 is what, about $16 million almost. So I don't think. I mean, should it affect George Pickens to a degree? But the real question is, do I think the Dallas Cowboys? The real question we should be asking each other is, do we think the Dallas Cowboys are going to allow this contract to affect George Pickens? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not believe Jerry's going to allow this contract to affect George Pickens. Mike, what are your thoughts?
I think that it went up 2 million for sure. After this, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet because I'm echoing. But it for sure drove the price up. They should have got the deal done in training camp.
Okay, I mean, this is the, but I mean, this is the cool thing about the game.
But if you look at it that way, from the office's point of view, probably doesn't move the needle very much. But to average fans that doesn't know how contract situation works, I think people are going to be like, "Oh, Jerry, you should have him earlier." So I think there's a sweet spot in the middle of both of those views.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, that's pretty understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, though, I feel like with the Cowboys, like the Cowboys have been doing these contracts so long, and not even have they been doing these contracts so long, they've been doing it their way for so long. They've been doing it like they've been doing it their way for so long. So I don't, do I think that the Cowboys will allow them to? Do I think the Cowboys will allow them to let this affect them? No, I don't believe they will. You know what I'm saying? Because there were several quarterbacks that got paid around the time that Dak Prescott got paid, and they still pushed the limits on him, and still were on the mindset that Dak needed to take, basically what they were going to give him, you know what I'm saying, or they were going to take, give him a deal that was worthy of. But I mean, think about this. Dak didn't actually become the highest paid quarterback until this year. He didn't hold that title until this year. You know what I'm saying? Chris says, I don't trade Pickens. You play him this season. Darren says he's echoing too. And before Chris says, and before the trade deadline, if your team's not doing hot, but you can trade him to get more value. You mean, this is the thing, man. We always talk about trade, but you got to have a trade partner. You got to have somebody that's willing to give up something for the young man.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta have someone that's willing to give up something for him. You know what I'm saying? And as of right now, it don't. I mean, the Cowboys. It don't seem like too many. I'm not saying that too many teams are going to be too interested in them, but I feel like right now teams be so excited about the draft and what they can actually do in the draft and who they successfully think they can get, that I think the only way that George Pickens would even get traded would probably now be the Thursday, if that Thursday of the draft. And if it doesn't happen then I don't see it really happening, because after the draft, teams have already used their draft capital. So the Dallas Cowboys, if you are going to draft, if you are going to, I just think if there was a situation where there was teams out there that were interested in trading for him, I just think it would have happened by now. That's just my opinion. I just think it would have happened by now. I think you would have heard rumors and stuff because one thing about the Dallas Cowboys, as my OG would say, we never like to move in silence. We never do anything in silence. We always do things loud and proud. You know what I'm saying? So since everything is always loud and proud in Dallas, it's hard for me to believe that there are teams that are sitting around, offering a bag or trying to trade for George Pickens right now, and we don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's finish reading. Let's finish reading this right here. It says JSN now owed $36.5 million in 2026, including a 35 signing. He's gonna make JSN is going to make this year 2026. He is going to make $70 million because he's gonna get $36 million for his actual contract. Then he's gonna get a $35 million signing bonus. He actually got the 30. He should have got the $35 million signing bonus today. He should have got that today. You get that the day you sign the contract. All right, so in 2027, a $30 million guarantee option bonus helps to temper cap hits over the next two seasons. All $69.13 million of 2027 compensation is fully guaranteed at signing. That means he's going to get all his money. That means he got $36 million today, and then next year he's going to get the exact same thing. On the 5th day of 2028, the waiver period, another $29 million will be fully guaranteed, including a $10 million option bonus designated for 2029. The final $21 million of the 2029 compensation becomes fully guaranteed the 5th day of 2029 waiver period. For practical purposes, this is a 4-year, $120 million deal with 2 final years of $75 million unsecured. It's a good deal for them. It's a good deal for them.
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know if we'll know in a couple minutes how you sound.
Okay.
But yo, this is a good deal for them though. This is a good deal for them. And they didn't have to do any super duper overhauls. One thing I like about how the Seahawks did this deal is they got it done, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing with the Dallas Cowboys is, man, we always mosey around. And I mean, listen to me, even if Pickens ends up getting a deal, which I do actually believe that he will eventually get a deal from the Dallas Cowboys. But my question is this: why does it always have to, there's no reason. There's no reason, in my opinion, for us to get to the point where we have to do things like damn near piss a player off. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys, we tend to get a it's like with Micah, all that extra stuff that had to happen. You know what I'm saying? I think JSN made one statement in the media about him wanting to be with the Seahawks, and more than the most part, they made it happen, man. They made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You get to go into this next season with no drama, no nothing. You just get to go into the season and play ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, the Cowboys don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? John said nobody's going to give a first or a second for Pickens. I think a team would give you a second, but I don't know if about a first-round pick for him. I don't know about a first-round pick. And I also think like this, once the draft happens, I just feel like, right, because you got to think like this. If you're a team that wants a wide receiver, it's almost cheaper and better to go to the draft at this point. Why? Because in the draft, you're going to get a guy who is going to be, now you may not get a guy with his instant NFL talent, but you're still going to get a guy that's going to have 5 years on his contract. He's going to probably be 3 years younger. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get a guy in the first round, you get a 5-year deal. That's guaranteed, and the contract's going to be smaller than and then you got to think, once you get Pickens, you still have to sign him because Pickens still don't have a contract. So whatever team that trades for him, you're going to have to trade for him, give up a first-round pick, give up whatever the Cowboys want for him, and then on top of that, you got to go right back to the drawing board, and then you got to sign a deal with him. You know what I'm saying? So unless you already have the cap space, I think the only teams that I would see like doing something like this is like a team that's a ready-made team that's already ready to go, and that would be like a Kansas City, a Chargers team. Who else? Kansas City, Chargers, maybe the Ravens, Buffalo. Like, you're looking for a team that's already Denver, a team that feels like Pickens is the piece they need to get them over the hump. Any team that's trying to build like in the first 15 rounds is not going to be interested. Because if you're a team that's in the first 15 rounds that's drafting right now, you would probably get more value or get the same amount of value if you just drafted a kid, because you wouldn't have to give up anything, because you can just draft a wide receiver, and then you can do what? You can turn around and you get 5 years on his deal. Mike, what are your thoughts?
I'll take a first rounder and Devontae Adams from the Rams.
For who? For George Pickens?
Mm-hmm. If
I
they
mean,
get first rounder and Devontae,
How old is Devontae Adams? If
I
someone
would
gave
be-
you a first round pick, I mean, if they gave you a first round pick, they probably wouldn't even have to give you Devontae Adams, because that's the asking
but
price.
I'm not.
Somebody said, Timothy Claw said New England also. New England, I can, New England.
We're in the Dak window, so I'm not getting rid of Pickens at all.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm on that same. I'm definitely in that same mindset where it's like, I want to have as many weapons that I possibly can have for Dak Prescott. And people like to say, oh, you got to get Dak this. You got, hell yeah, you got to. That's the whole purpose of, that's the whole purpose. Like, I play in the NFL that wants all the good players to be on my team. Like, I don't understand why people don't understand that. Like, the goal of, like, it's like when you're building your own team. Whenever you're building your own team, you want all the good players to be on what? On your team.
Right. We're not Dolphins. We're not tanking. We're trying to win a Super Bowl in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, so I absolutely hate that. I hate that mindset that people be trying to say, oh, Dak needs this. Dak don't need nothing, but you need everything to beat these other teams. That's just what it is. Like, you need good players to beat other good players. That's just how it works. Dak is the only person that gets faulted for you trying to put good talent around him. Like he's the only quarterback that I feel like the NFL is requiring him to win a Super Bowl or take the Dallas Cowboys as far as they possibly can without any help. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Troy Aikman's teams wasn't built like that. Troy Aikman had Hall of Famers. He had Emmitt Smith. He had Michael Irvin. He had Deion Sanders. Bro, them was all them. And at one point, he had them all on the same offense. And not to mention Jay Novacek. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't. Is Jay Novacek a Hall of Famer? He should be if he ain't. But you know what I mean? Like, he had perennial players, man. And that's what made the Dallas Cowboys great. It was not one player. It's never been one player. It's always been a team game when it came to the Dallas Cowboys. But Dak Prescott is the only quarterback who is being required to win a Super Bowl or do it all or win it all based off of what he does. You know what I'm saying? And it's a setup, because then when people realize that football is a team sport, then guess what they want to do? They'll gladly give the whole team a win, but as soon as someone loses, it's definitely always the quarterback's fault. But I mean, I'm definitely with you. I'm definitely with you on that aspect where I definitely want Dak Prescott to have I want my quarterback to have as many weapons as possible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, nobody had a problem with it when Patrick Mahomes got the MVP of the league.
I wouldn't even mind us getting Sadiq at tight end and 11 if all the good defensive players are going well. And they're on the board. You got the best running game in the league if you pick up Jeremiah, that dual threat, that tight end. You'd have the full threat at the end of the league with Sadiq. But
all right, my boy Chris Bagg says if we can get a solid rotate RT and have a solid 7 to 8 sack guy a year like Gary to help on the inside, we will get close to a Super Bowl in that era. I mean, we had that last year. You had Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney did a really good job last year, especially coming off the couch.
I think they should back.
Yeah, they said you echoing back.
Well, man, I'm going to get here because I'm missing the podcast.
It's all good.
But
we'll try to figure it out another day. All right, we're gonna try to figure out. We'll try to figure out again.
All right, man. Peace.
Chris says, and then Trey says, and a trash beat up secondary. Listen to me. I don't even think our trash can. Our trash can. I don't even think our secondary was trash. Them dudes was just unknown, and they had no experience, man. They had no experience. And guess what? It showed. And to be honest with you, as of right now, the only thing you're getting back right now, as far as your secondary, is you're getting a guys with a little bit more experience. But At the exact same time, you have a bunch of guys who really ain't played much. Why? Because a lot of these dudes were injured. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's look at it. He says, Joe, hey, how do I sound? How do I sound? The whole defense as a whole was trash last year. The whole defense as a whole was bad last year. It was the whole defense as a whole was bad. The only thing that was serviceable was your defensive tackles toward the end of the season. But by that time, it was already too late. Like we got Quentin Williams a little too late in the season. We should have got him at the beginning of the season. Could have had a better effect on your entire team and your entire defense for sure. You know what I'm saying? Chris, what's up with you? He says, I kind of agree. What's up with you, my boy? Thank you for that. He says, I sent a clip corner. He said, I sent a clip of some corner that's underrated, but our coaching staff can work on him. Hey, man, I have not actually even looked at the clip. I apologize. I actually tried to copy it. And next time, send it to my inbox because I tried to copy and paste it, but it wouldn't let me copy and paste. So I wasn't able to like actually look at the video. So I tried to like type it in and it still wouldn't come up. So do me a favor and just send it directly to my inbox next time. Someone says our defense was trash because we had a trash defensive coordinator. I'm gonna keep it real. Like our defense was trash because we didn't have good players. You know what I mean? Like I'm just being honest with you. We didn't have good players last year, so you can't blame. I know everybody wants to blame everything on your defensive coordinator because you got rid of him, so it makes you believe that everything's gonna be magically fixed. But bro, your defensive coordinator got a team. When he got the job, they told him Micah Parsons was going to be on the team. They told him freaking Trevon Diggs was going to be on the team. They told him who else was going to be on the team. They told him DeMarcus Lawrence was going to be on the team. Well, guess what? By the time the start of the season had left, Micah Parsons was a Green Bay Packer. God dang me. DeMarcus Lawrence was a god dang Seattle Seahawk. And freaking Trevon Diggs was injured, soon to be Green Bay Packer. So like all your three best players on defense were gone. Remember at this point, Quinn Williams was not there. You only had Cleany Clark. So yeah, what I would say is we had a defensive coordinator that, and I'm not saying your defensive coordinator is good. I'm not saying that he was good. I'm just saying I don't believe that the Dallas Cowboys put him in the best situation to win last year. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think that any defensive coordinator in that same situation probably would have succeeded. Because it doesn't seem like the Dallas Cowboys were trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? And listen to me, you can't adjust the bullshit. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, adjust means you change up things. If your players are playing to the best, if you listen to me, if you have a bunch of average players playing at the best level they can, there ain't really much you can adjust. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can adjust and you can put guys in the right position, but they still got to go out there and make plays. You know what I mean? Like, we got to, like, listen to me. The Dallas Cowboys had a bunch of average players last year. And I'm gonna tell you, coaches don't need to coach until coaches got to coach. That's just what it is. You don't know how good a coach is until what? Until stuff starts breaking down, until stuff starts not going the way you're supposed to. So I'm not trying to defend. I'm not trying to defend Eberflus. I'm just saying I don't believe anybody. Any defensive coordinator could have adjusted anything because I think they were doing the best they could. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the dudes weren't going out there to lose games on purpose. But it's like you had a bunch of average players, bro. You had a bunch of average players, below average players. Your middle linebackers were trash. Your outside linebackers were trash. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you had going was your defensive tackle, and then your defensive end, Jadeveon Clowney. That was a blessing in disguise. Who would have known that he could have got 8 sacks getting off the couch? You know what I'm saying? They didn't sign him thinking that he was going to be able to do that. That was just something we got. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not trying to defend anybody, but I also want to look at it through a realistic spectrum. And a realistic spectrum says, man, I don't think anybody could have did better. He says defense. I don't think the defense gave up on. Listen to me, people. Listen to me. We got to stop thinking in a high school mindset. Like people don't give up. Want to know why? Because if they don't play good on film, they don't get paid next year. So there's no player out there that's going to purposely be like, I'm just going to half-ass it because you don't even know. Listen to me. You put bad film out there. An NFL team, when you go sign up for your new job, they don't give a damn if your defensive coordinator was trash. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. They look at how you played. How did you play in the midst of that? You know what I'm saying? That's what a team is going to look at. How does your film play? You can't be in no job interview talking about some, oh, I couldn't do it because my defensive coordinator. No, they're not trying to hear that. You still got to play at your highest and best level because at some point they're going to fire the defensive coordinator and you're still going to need a job. So that's why I don't believe in the whole, oh, players gave up on them and they did all. No, players don't do that. Players don't do that because players are not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Go live on TikTok. Oh, no. Hold up real quick. Let's go. Chris says, I don't think they gave up. I might have to go live on that later. All right. Someone says, he says, hope we get play out of Bland this year. Hold on. Hope we get play out of Bland this year. You know, I think Bland was hurt last year, and I think Bland is a guy who's kind of like a product of not necessarily a product of his environment. He's a product of the players that are playing around him. I don't think DaRon Bland is the type of corner who can elevate your whole DB room or your defense. I think he is a guy that plays well when he's around other. He can take his game up when he's playing around other great talent. That's what I believe about DaRon Bland. I believe he's the type of guy who can elevate his skill set based on what's being done around him. I don't think he's like a Ramsey or one of these corners that can just you put him on any team and he's their best corner. I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't believe that about him. But I believe that the Dallas Cowboys have, they've put dogs around here. They have definitely put some dogs around him this year. So let's see. But as of right now, and the cool thing about it is right now they're looking at him to be your most experienced and best corner right now in the position he's in. So I'm curious to see how that works. Because last year he was coming off of an injury too. So, players are always different when they come off an injury, especially when they're coming off one for the first time. So one would have to look and see how it's going to work out with him. I'm curious to see how it's going to work out with him this year. Chris Baggs, what's up with you, my boy? He says, West Coast, what would it cost to go get J.C. Horn, the cornerback? J.C., if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get paid like last year? Didn't he get paid last year? He got paid. He got paid last year. So what's up, Tay Short? Do I got an echo still? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, J.C. Horn got paid last year. So you would definitely have to go. You would have to put in it. If I'm the Carolina Panthers, it seems like they're going in the right direction for the first time in life. So I don't think they're going to do anything to kind of tear that down or move anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that they would come off him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they would come off of him. Plus, they did the right thing by paying him like a year ago, so like they got in front of the curve. So I'm pretty sure they got a pretty good deal on him. So I don't think. And then from what they did last year, the success they got last year, yeah, I don't think they would want to come off him. But hey, man, everybody has a price. Everybody got a price. Hey, let me put some more comments in the comment. Put some more questions in the comment box, and I got y'all. Also, if you haven't already, please remember that I do have my my Cash App, not my Cash App. I do have my that dang Zelle up there. So if you want to support the channel, you can always support the channel by hitting that Zelle. My Zell is right there. Tyson Senior, 1682. Someone says, here we go. Got a question. It says, if Jacob Rodriguez gonna drop to 20 for us, would you take him at 12? Well, if he's gonna drop to 20, why would I take him at 12? If he's at 20, and if he gonna drop all the way to 20, I wouldn't take him at 12. No, I would take him at 20. You know what I'm saying? Why would if he falls to 20, you know what I'm saying? That means some 19 other teams passed on him. I mean, the hope for the Dallas Cowboys right now for the draft is that two or more quarterbacks get drafted. Because if two or more quarterbacks get drafted, and what does that mean? That means that any defensive player, the more offensive players get drafted before us, the more defensive players get pushed to you. You know what I'm saying? So the more offensive players that get drafted, the better opportunity you have to draft whatever you want in at 12. So I'm hoping that 3 quarterbacks get drafted. I'm hoping that 3 quarterbacks love, because I honestly don't think the Cowboys will ever draft a running back in the first round again. I just don't believe they'll do it. I think Jerry Jones felt a certain way about Zeke that he doesn't feel about any other running back in football. You know what I'm saying? I think he just felt a certain way about Zeke because of what Zeke did in the national championship game in Dallas stadium. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he felt a certain way about Zeke. I don't think he honestly feels that way about the running backs in general. No, I don't believe so. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I personally don't believe that he will ever draft a running back in the first round again. What 3 players? Let me just put this up here. Hey, remember, guys, if you want to support your boy West Coast, hit that Zelle. I'm about to start giving. I got some stuff. I just got some new stuff in, so I will be doing some raffles and some giveaways and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of that, I will be starting one up. Probably gonna start up tomorrow. So if you want to get a part of that, please, I'll let you know. It's gonna be $5 for every raffle entry. You can use Zelle or you can use Chime. The only thing I don't have is Cash App. I don't have Cash App anymore. But if you can use all the other assets to get inside, and I'll let y'all know tomorrow. Chris, appreciate you, OG, for always letting me know I'm good on the sound. What 3 players I've seen in the draft that take away ball do you feel we should target them with? The 3 players. 3 players? What 3 players do I see that take the ball? I mean, listen to me. Y'all got to remember, this is the baby nut hugger season. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got film doing some awesome stuff. That's the whole purpose of highlight film. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like you can't really go wrong until you don't even know if it's a bad draft class until after these dudes play. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the Dallas Cowboys, we have needs. We have things that are specifically to what we need right now. And I don't necessarily need someone that can take the ball. You need a middle freaking linebacker. You don't have one. Like, you need a middle linebacker. Like, as of right now, the Dallas Cowboys have Demarion Overshawn. They have the one kid, Berrien. And then they have freaking, damn, what's that boy name? My mind just went blank. They got the other boy. Let's see if I can get in here. Let me see if I can get in my stuff. If I can't, then I can't. Then it is what it is. I ain't gonna be able to get into it right now. But yeah, man, like the Cowboys have bigger needs right now than trying to figure out a way to take the ball away. They need to get some pressure. They need to get some consistent pass rush. They need a freaking middle line, not Louisville, because Louisville got switched to outside. It's the Shamar James. Shamar James. That's who it is, Shamar James. So right now, the Dallas Cowboys have Shamar James, they have Berrien, and then they have Demarion Overshawn listed as middle linebackers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have right now listed as middle linebackers on this team. And to be honest with you, Shamar James is a guy who has not played very much. You have Demarion Overshawn, in my opinion, is not a middle linebacker. But to his defense, he's only played 19 games in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So even if he was a middle linebacker, he does not have the experience. And then Berrien, the white boy, he has not played at all. You know what I'm saying? So who was your middle linebackers last year? You had Logan Thompson. Then you had somebody else that was absolutely trash. You know what I'm saying? So, and then and then the cool thing about the game is I don't really like rookie middle linebackers because rookie it typically means there's going to be a learning curve. Why? Because you're the quarterback of the quarterback of the defense, and typically your middle linebacker needs to be a guy who is very, very experienced. You need an OJC, an on-the-job coach. What does that mean? You need an older guy who's already played the position, who you can go up, put out there for times, so that this new guy can learn the position. That's just being real. That's what you like to see, because most first-year defensive players are not the same dude that you think they are in college. This is how it is. What middle linebacker would you like to see them get, West Coast? Jordan Brooks from the Miami Dolphins. That's who I would like. In a perfect world, that's who I would like to see them get. Jordan Brooks from the Miami Dolphins. I like for the Cowboys to give a trade up for him. Probably like a third-round pick. That pick you got from the Osia Digazura trade, that's who I would like for the Cowboys to go out and trade for. Because the Miami Dolphins would never trade you Osia Digazura for Jordan Brooks ever in their life. But guess what? You might be able to still get it done by trading that third-round pick that you got from him. And you might, if you have to, give him a fifth-round pick. Cowboys got 3 fifth-round picks. A third and a fifth will get that done. I appreciate you. Now, you're only going to have his services for a year, but the dude is 28 years old and he's all-pro. Why would you not want to re-sign that? He'd be the only all-pro on your defense right now, except for Quentin Williams. I don't even know if Quentin Williams was all-pro last year. I know he was a pro bowler, but was Quentin Williams an all-pro last year? I don't think so. I don't know. I have to look. Somebody look that up for me. Was Quentin Williams an all-pro last year? But Jordan Brooks is. Does JSM new contract affect us signing Pickens? No, because it didn't. It had no effect on him getting his contract. Jerry Jones lives in his own world, in his own bubble. The one thing Cowboys never do is they never allow what someone else did to affect them. Now, listen to me. That's a good thing at times, but that's also a bad thing at times. It's a good thing at times, but it could also be a bad thing, a burdensome thing at times. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Brooks, who I like. Yeah, I like Jordan Brooks. I've been lobbying for him real tough. I think if you go get Jordan Brooks, your middle linebacker job is secured for at least the next 3 years. I believe that OJC is Brooks if drafted, Jacob Rodriguez, team middle linebacker, or CJ Allen. I like both those names. I just wouldn't want either one of those guys as my middle linebacker year one. You know what I'm saying? How do you share on YouTube? It's that little share button at the bottom down there, Sam. And then you just got to share it to like Twitter or share it to like wherever you want to share to. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Rico Love, what up with you, Rico? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a raffle. I'm gonna put some stuff together. It's gonna be pretty dope. I'm gonna have a first, second, and a third place winner, and it's gonna be $5 a ticket. I believe OJC Brooks. Okay, I like the way you thinking, Chris. I like the way you think. Somebody said, my boy Rico Love said Brooks is fire. Absolutely, he is fire. He'd be a good, and at 28 years old, man, you get, listen, I don't, freaking Bobby Wagner like 32. You know what I mean? He like 32. And he available and people want him. The boy in San Francisco's 29. Fred Warner, he like 29. 29, 30. So you still gonna get, and he's an all-pro. Like we're not talking about a Pro Bowler. We're talking about a guy that's being viewed as the best in the entire NFL. So yeah, I'm all for that. All for that. I believe the age. That's a good point. I believe the age for a linebacker goes out to 35. And they can listen to me. If you got a good defensive tackles in the front of you, guys that are doing their job, your middle linebackers could play forever. They can literally play forever because a good defensive tackles is going to allow your linebackers to play free. That means they shouldn't be taking on. The reason why middle linebackers' lives be getting expunged so quickly is because they're taking on they're taking on guards and tackles, and that's not their job. Is it their job if someone else don't do their job? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just like if I come in my house at 10:30 at night and my wife ain't made no food and she knocked out sleep, it's my job to go get some food now. You know what I'm saying? So you pick up where one person left off. That's kind of how football is. The defensive tackle don't do his job, then yes, it's now your job to stop that person. But consistently doing that, my kids don't consistently want to eat my food. They love me, but they want to consistently eat their mama's food because she the best cook in the house. So that's the job. That's how it is with a defensive. That's how it is with your linebacker. Is it your linebacker's job to do that? Yes, it is. But it's the defensive tackle's job first. That's why they're in front of them. Hey man, I got time for 2 more questions. And I ain't gonna pick my kids up. I got time for 2 more questions, and I'm gonna pick my children up. A third for Books, first this year, 20th, and first next year for Cosby. No. If you go get Jordan Brooks, I'm actually out on Max Crosby, man. Let me see him go into training camp. And let me see him running around in first. You know what I'm saying? I can see that on somebody else. Mini camps are about to come up. Man, it's been too much stuff out there for me not to want to see this dude move around first before I give up stuff for him. I'm just saying. And another thing, like, if nobody else is calling for Max Crosby services, why are we still talking about paying top dollar for him? Y'all want to pay top dollar for a used car that don't nobody else want. Come on, man. Raiders got to give us a better deal than that. Like, they got to give me a better deal for Max. You feel me? That's just my thoughts on Max Crosby. I'm just gonna be. Delaney ran a good 40 time in his pro at LSU. Do you think would be the pick for us? We're at 12 or at 20? At 12 or at 20? Let me know what pick you talking about. At 12 or 20? At 12? I don't know. When you're picking someone that high, 12 in the top 15 picks, it has to be more than you just running a 40. You got to have good-ass film, bro. Because, like, if you listen to me, when you have good-ass film, nobody even cares about that other stuff. Because the film should always trump the workouts. Like, if you like someone more because of the combine or what they did in a pro day, you're wrong. I'm going to tell you that because the pro day and combine should only solidify what you know about that person. That's it. It should solidify what you already know about that person. You should not go into the combine thinking that, oh, he ran a faster 40, so now I love him more. No. Because if he can't do that with shoulder pads and helmets on, it don't mean nothing. You know who Bobby Carpenter is? Yeah, I've been a Cowboy fan that long. We don't know them calls ain't being made. We don't know them calls ain't being made. I think we would. I mean, listen to me. With everything else that's happened with Max Crosby in today's age of all the content and media being put out, I think we kind of do know. I think we could because listen to me. If the Raiders, if there was teams calling about Max Crosby, they would definitely be putting that information out. Why? Because that builds leverage for them to get more than what they want. Because right now you have to be able to build the leverage or build the thought that somebody wants him. You know what I'm saying? So how do you do that? By letting people know that people do want him. You know what I'm saying? Can we get a solid ball hawk safety, one that can actually play coverage? I mean, I think the Cowboys think they got what with the Thompson kid. I think they believe they got that. I believe they think they got that. Not saying I don't know if we don't know for sure yet, but I believe the Dallas Cowboys believe they got that. Lucky says take Downs at 12 if he's there. His tape better than anybody's. Yeah, I like Downs too. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I do like the kid. I like the Sunny Style kids too as well. I think you know, with Dallas, he would, hopefully with our defensive line, he wouldn't have to play in the box as much. You know what I'm saying? Because our defensive line is going to do their job. But I mean, I feel like, if you get Caleb Downs, I feel like you definitely didn't go wrong. It says it's crazy. The 1 year we need a linebacker, everybody want a linebacker early. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys needed a middle linebacker for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? We just was believing. Some of us was believing, not some of y'all, because I know you wasn't lucky because you be on your stuff, but some people was believing that, the guys that we brought in last year was going to be those guys, and I knew they weren't. I knew at training camp, the one dude, I forget his name, he was trash, bro. And y'all know I don't even like using them type of superlatives, but that dude, he was not good. So the Cowboys have needed a middle line. Our middle linebacker position has literally changed every year for like the last 5 years. Because we had Eric Kendricks for a year. We had Logan Thomas for a year. Like our middle linebacker didn't change almost every year. Somebody says those two positions will never get drafted. They never get drafted early, but now both will. I don't know, because a lot of people aren't really looking at Sonny Styles as a middle linebacker. They're looking at him as more of like an edge, like a Von Miller type dude. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely, like, if you invest that much money into a first round pick middle linebacker, you need to get someone who can coach the kid on the field, who can help him be in the right position. Because listen to me, a defensive coordinator's job is to coach the entire defense. He's not going to be sitting over there coaching one dude the entire. That's not how it works. Like, the defensive coordinator he's in charge of the whole defense and the backups. So he has 11 dudes plus 11 backups that he has to manage as well. So no, he don't have time to be over there coaching one guy. That's not how it works. So if you get him, you definitely need to go get a guy that can coach on the field. And then there's going to be times at the beginning of the season when you play these higher end smart quarterbacks where you're just going to want your rotation. You're going to want a guy that when he comes off the field and be like, yo, man, what did you see? Because your defensive coordinator has other stuff to do. So you're going to want a guy that you could be like, yo, hey, what did you see, Rook? What did you see? What did you see? Why didn't you see this? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I've been on here for about an hour, man. I just want a middle linebacker should be treated like a quarterback. They are brains of the defense. These 1 year rentals are for the birds. It absolutely is, Matt. And I'm going to be honest with you. If the Dallas Cowboys did that with the quarterback position, you'd probably have the same success you have right now, and that is none. Like, those are not positions that you switch out every year. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys have too many rotations on everything, man. Dak in 10 years had 5 different offensive coordinators. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? He had Jason Garrett. He had freaking y'all can put him in the comment box. He had Jason Garrett for a year. He had Scott Linehan. He had Kellen Moore. He had Schottenheimer. He had Mike McCarthy. That's 5 right off the top of my head right there. Those are 5 different dudes that's called plays for Dak in 10 years. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes had 2. Andy Reid and the black dude. 2. I don't know if that makes a difference, but it seems like it makes a difference for them. Kendrick Thompson, what's up with you, boy? Well, what we picked up so far, we did some justice in our secondary and our 2 peaks like middle and be linebacker in a corner. That should make us solid defense. We should give up what we need to get into the playoffs run and just stick around. Hey, I agree with you. That's called being all in. I agree with you. That's called being all in. I agree with you on that, Chris. Hey, man, should they have trade for Raekwon Smith, but stupid Jones can make this work? I haven't heard of us trading for Raekwon. I heard of us trading for Queen, Patrick Queen from the Steelers, but I wanted Raekwon Smith when he was available, when he was coming from the Bears going to the Ravens. I wanted him. I definitely wanted him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think you're saying should have traded. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if we would have traded for Raekwon Smith, we'd have been locked up 2 years ago. But hey, man, make sure you guys tune in. I'll be back on my regular. I'll be live in the morning, man, around like I don't know. Around. I'm gonna get up and do a live, and then take my kids to go work out for a little bit. But make sure you guys have your. I need to get a set time. I know I'm killing my own momentum by not having set times to go live at all time, and my life is just all over the place right now. So it's really hard for me right now to do that. But y'all bear with me, man. I promise you, I'm gonna get a set time, and we're gonna go there every day, and you'll know it's my set time because I'll be live there every day. But until then, man, and I appreciate y'all. You guys already